Imagine coming home to the mouth-watering smell of tender, juicy beef, ready to pile onto a sandwich. That's the magic of slow cooker shredded beef sandwiches. Here's how to make them without any stress. Plus, some tips to make them even better. First, grab a 3 to 4 pound chuck roast. Trust me, it's the perfect cut for shredding. Season it generously with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and a little smoked paprika for that extra kick. Don't skimp on the seasoning. This is where the flavor starts. Here's a tip. Use a meat thermometer to ensure your roast reaches the perfect internal temperature for shredding. And for even more flavor, let it marinate overnight in the fridge. Heat up some oil in a skillet until it's nice and hot. Use a high smoke point oil like canola or vegetable oil. Sear the roast on all sides until you get a beautiful golden crust. Avoid overcrowding the pan to ensure even searing. This step is worth the few extra minutes because it locks in the flavor. Pat the roast dry before searing for the best crust. Once it's seared, toss it into your slow cooker. Now comes the flavor bomb. Pour in a cup of beef broth, a splash of Worcestershire sauce, and a few slices of onions. I like to throw in some rosemary or thyme if I have it on hand. Set your slow cooker to low for 8 hours. Trust me, slow and steady wins the flavor race here. Tip: avoid lifting the lid too often. Each peak can add 20-30 minutes to the cooking time. Trick: if you're short on time, you can set it to high for 4-5 hours, but low and slow is always best. By dinner time, the beef will be fall-apart tender. Just grab 2 forks and shred it right in the juices. For extra flavor, let the shredded beef soak in the juices for a few minutes before serving. Toast up some hoagie rolls and pile on the beef. Top it with melty provolone cheese or crispy pickles if you're feeling fancy. For an extra kick, try adding a dash of hot sauce or a sprinkle of fresh herbs. Honestly, the hardest part is waiting for it to cook. But once you take that first bite, it's so worth it. Simple ingredients, minimal effort, and maximum flavor. That's a win in my book.